What's happening, people? It's your boy Delboy from WRESTHINGS, and we are back with another In The Know. And today we are in the know with Hoodfoot. How are you, my brother?
What's going on, man? I'm living, baby. I'm living the best I can.
Man, so we can just break the ice, I'm just gonna ask you like an icebreaker, and then we're gonna get into
Go
it.
ahead.
If you were to have dinner with anyone, doesn't have to be wrestling related, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive, man. James Baldwin, man. He's I'm pretty sure you know who James Baldwin is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like dude, just sitting down there and getting knowledge from either that, maybe Malcolm X definitely. You know what I'm saying? Just cut some bread up with him. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of talk to him, see what his ideals like. Especially if I could bring him to like this current time and get him up to date to everything and see where we stand.
It'll be
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? I would love to see his view on the world right now. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's definitely it. Either that or like Shaka Khan. I love to have dinner with her. You know what I'm saying? Nice little dinner. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of wine. You know?
That would be dope, man. So for those who don't know who Hoodfoot is, how would you describe yourself? Like who is Hoodfoot?
Man, honestly, man, I'm me at the end of the day. I'm a grindstone cat. I bust ass, man. I'm real with you. I am literally talking to you inside my job right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love wrestling is what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta have a little bit of 9 to 5 money. You know what I'm saying? To make everything I want happen for me. Until then, you know what I'm saying? I come in, I clock out, do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? From technically Sunday to Wednesday, and then after that, I go hustle.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
That's what it is, man. So let's go to the beginning. What was that moment growing up that made you fall in love with wrestling? Was it a particular wrestler, company, moment?
So when I was a shorty, my dad he bought WrestleMania X7 for Valentine's Day. He found it. He's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can watch this, see if you like it. Man, I remember it's the Kane. It was Kane Big in the hardcore match.
Oh yeah, I remember that match.
I saw that match. I was like, this is wild. I was like, I want to do this. And then later down the road, it was a TLC match with the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. I was like, yeah, this is it. I'm definitely doing that. Like, this is wild. I love it. But after that, man, one of the biggest motivating factors for me, believe it or not, was not Hoodfoot, Godfather. So, like, growing up, I had cable, right? So we had to have, we watched all the wrestling like on Saturday afternoons. Like, it was like Shotgun Saturday night.
Oh, I remember that.
And man, look, Godfather, I thought Godfather was top dog. I thought he was top guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I had. That's all the reference I had. I was like, Godfather, he's always working the top of the card on Sunday night. He got to be the man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was a motivating factor. Him and D-Lo. I love watching him, man. So other than that, like as I got older, there's definitely a lot of All Japan in there. Kenta Kobashi, Kawada, Misawa takes the cake. When you watch him, I remember watching his match against Kobashi at Noah. I want to say 2005, where he gives him the Tiger suplex off the ramp.
I remember that.
I was like, yo, this is it. I was like, I love it. I was locked in after that. But yeah.
That's crazy, man. Who would you say were your favorite wrestlers growing up, outside of like the Godfather, Devon?
Man. So like my answer is like everybody else's answer is probably way different. Mine's like Godfather, D'Lo Brown, S.A. Rios.
S.A. Rios was
yes,
crazy with
bro.
it.
S.A. Rios was blowing my mind. Who else I put up there? Undertaker definitely is up there. I put him up there, but Like, I didn't get to know Undertaker until like SmackDown hit, and like he started showing up on SmackDown, and like I remember him as American Badass Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like motorcycle, all that shit. Like that was the Undertaker I got to know and love. So I rocked that Taker all day long.
Yeah.
And then like rounding out the 5, like man, I'd be a liar if I told you like, man, I love The Rock. Like Rock's dope, but he wasn't in my top 5 growing up.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro. I had no. When I say we had cable,
Yeah.
like people I know were like Val Venus, Taka Michinoku, right?
Crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, it was like those are the cats that I was growing up watching and got influenced by, right? And then later down the line, when my dad found a new job and we got situated and everything, he was able to get cable and whatnot. I started rolling into like the Monday Night Raw shit. But other than that, man, like I really didn't resonate with them cats. I hadn't seen them all the time.
Yeah.
So, but Taz, I'm gonna put Taz up there. Love watching Taz.
Taz is one of my favorites that I felt like when he first entered the WWE, it was crazy. But then as time went on, I just felt like they just lost him. They just didn't find his place.
It was like watching a cat. Yo, it was like watching a cat that just got out of jail. When Taz, when I saw Taz in WWE, right, it was like watching a cat that just got out of jail, and he was just coming in and wrecking shop. It didn't matter who was in front of him. You get suplexed. That's it. Or I'm putting you to sleep. One of the two. And I was like, yo, this is it. So, yeah, I was like, man, look, you bringing me, look, I'm getting nostalgia going back in time. I'm like, man, look, let me go find them shotguns. Let me go find them shotgun tickets.
No, I was even telling me and my friend were talking about Taz the other day, and I said, if Taz had came up around the 2010s, only God knows what could have happened for him. He could have been.
Oh, nobody had touched him.
Yeah.
Look, him and Samoa Joe, like, wouldn't nobody be able to touch him. Like, prime Taz.
Could you imagine them as a tag team?
Monster. God, dude, nasty.
Crazy.
Nasty. Man, I'm good. Man, look, like a main event between Taz in his prime versus Samoa Joe in like 2006, right? Is untouchable. That match, nobody would be able to touch it.
That'd be crazy. So Hoodfoot, how did you get into the business? Where was your start?
So I've been wrestling for 4 years now. My start happened here in Indianapolis, man. Long story short, I was working in sales. I moved out to Indianapolis to start doing sales. And one of my coworkers at the Indianapolis branch was wrestling out of a local place out here. And so I hooked up with him. He's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you go ahead and get in? You know what I'm saying? Try it out. I was like, you know what? Like, all right, I'm gonna give it a go, man. It's something I want to do. I put it on the back burner for my sales career. And then when I jumped in, I was like, this is where I need to be. Like that first bump I took in my first practice, I was like, that's it. I was like, nothing else matters. This is it. This is all I care about.
That's crazy because a lot of wrestlers I've spoken to, they've said the same thing. As soon as they've taken their first bump, they felt like, yeah, this is for me.
This is it. This is home.
Absolutely for
me.
You know,
like the craziest thing is, man, like the more I travel, because at first I thought I was just the oldest dude, because like training that I made, man, the second oldest guy might have had me by like he was like maybe 3 years younger than me. So everybody else that was like 16, 18, 20, I'm sitting over there like 27. I'm like, man, like I'm feeling like a grandpa right now, right? But the more I travel and more people I talk to, I realize a lot of people were taking the same road I took. They're like, yo, I'm trying to get my life started and then
come into it,
fold it in, you know. And it don't matter whichever way you find wrestling, you find your way into the ring. All that matters is you dedicate yourself to it. That's it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Unless you like 67, you 67.
Yeah, just
Like this ain't the time for you to
yeah,
start. Go ahead, look. Hey, stand by the ring and be a manager at that point.
yeah, no, exactly. How did you get the name Hoodfoot?
So that's actually crazy because like as I was breaking away from my training school and I was going out traveling, uh, originally I was just Maurice Atlas.
Yeah,
No surname, and one of my mentors, Joseph Swartz, and his wife Randy West, they were like, you need something. You know what I'm saying? You just can't go out there just Maurice Atlas thing and the flavors. And so it was just a car ride down, you know what I'm saying? We was all smoking, we were just shooting the shit. And it started as a joke, like, oh, Hoodfoot, ha ha ha. And we tried it out one night and it kind of stuck. Like everybody in the car loved it. Everybody in the car vibed with it. And at the end of the road trip, that was it. It was like, oh, you Hoodfoot now. That's it. Like you go be Hoodfoot Mo Atlas. That's it. And man, I'll be honest with you. Like it's probably one of the best things that ever happened because it helped me craft a character around something. Because beforehand, I was just tough black guy number 67. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Feel like what makes you different than homie over here.
No, it makes
So
sense. And
yeah.
I think because even when we first follow each other, I'd always try to with all the wrestlers that follow us, we try to keep an eye on them and watch some of the matches. So I noticed you've been on a lot of like the collectives match, the collective and the GCWs.
Yeah.
And I think there was three specific things that I noticed about you. One was the do-rag. Would you like to explain the do-rag?
All right. So the do-rag was something that like it was just another one of those sessions where I was just kind of smoking at the crib. I was looking through. I was on Etsy and I saw like this long ass do-rag, and I sent it in the group chat to the Lost Boys group chat. I was like, "Yo, like it'd be crazy if I had this." And everybody was just like, "Yo, you need to get that shit. If you don't get that, like I was like, all right, let me put it out on Twitter and see if a poll." And everybody on Twitter was like, get it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drop the money for it. I'm gonna get it. And then, man, it took me about because as soon as I got it, like I bought it, and then everything shut down.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't wear it. Like it was just sitting in my crib for like good 2-3 months, like just sitting there looking at me. You know what I'm saying? And the second show I did, I brought it with me. I was like, man, I don't know if I want to bring this out. You know what I'm saying? This is a shoot style show. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a serious dude, come out. It was like, man, wear that shit. Like, Ric Flair didn't wear his shit. Like, Ric Flair wore his robes even when it was time to be serious. So wear your shit. And from that point on, I was like, you know what? It's rap. Like, everybody's there. Like, the response I got from not just like fans, but wrestlers as well, who were like, yo, that's it. That's hot. I was like, all right, cool. Still the deal. You doing it.
Nah, that's dope. I
Yeah.
think, and another thing, the second thing is as soon as you come out, we hear dirty soda in the styrofoam.
Yes.
March Madness.
Yes.
What inspired that?
So, man, I just needed something. Like I was just going through, and I think what was I using? I think I was using Rick Ross Pirate before Future. And I ain't gonna lie, I love the song. It was just I was like, I'm not feeling it. And then with the do-rag, I was like, I need something smooth, something that hit, something that's recognized to ear, right? And man, I was watching the video, and it was a crowd reacting to Future's March Madness. I was like, ain't nobody ever used March Madness. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the fucking wrestler to do this shit. You know, I'm gonna be the wrestler to fucking inject the flavor into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got cats like Lee Moriarty, AJ Gray.
Yeah.
You know, on the non-wrestling side, you got cats like Jay Rose. You know what I'm saying? The boys from Tiger Driver, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? Then, like, yo, them boys dope. And we all injecting our flavor into wrestling. And I feel like that's what's gonna help push this culture forward. You know what I'm saying? Because wrestling, you hear it a lot. Sometimes people like, yo, wrestling, like, you still watch wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not cool. Wrestling's always gonna be cool. Everybody loves wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just we gotta push it to the forefront, so that way it stays relevant in people's minds, and we gotta stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? We just can't get in this little bubble, right? We gotta always understand that, like, yo, you know, we icons out here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
I think just watching you guys and seeing you guys come out, so with the do-rags and with the rap music, the futures, the OLEDs, like coming out of these, like with these kind of stuff, it's like I look at you guys and I see myself, because this is stuff that I'm just doing in my room. I'm just chilling in my room with the do-rag. I'm just chilling in my room listening to Future. You get what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I'm just like you said, it's just bringing our culture into wrestling. And I feel like in the States, you guys are a bit lucky, because there's like a collective of you guys that are, you know, all friends, and you guys all wrestle at the same promotion. So there's a bit of a fourth. You guys are a bit at the forefront. You know, you guys are doing the GCWs, the game changers. You know, you guys are being seen. Whereas in the UK, there's black wrestlers, but not a lot of them are being pushed to the forefront. So I'm so happy. Like when I first saw your first one of your matches, and I heard the Future, I said, "Wait, what?" I had to rewind it because I thought it was my Spotify playing. I was like, "Wait, no way." Let me rewind it. So double check. This is what's playing.
I ain't coming out to break a Benjamin. Nah, fuck that. You hear Future, baby? Yeah, it is. We ain't coming out to no break a Benjamin. Fuck that shit. I'm coming out to Future all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's like this. I've said. I think I've even tweeted it out. You know, wrestling is the last athletic engagement that we have as humans that Black culture hasn't permeated. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, football, like even hockey, soccer. We've been able to penetrate and inject our culture into it, except for wrestling. And I think that's time for it to change.
Yeah,
definitely. You know what I'm saying? You got cats out there like Big Wavy, his Everything Diamond show.
Big up Ray Johnson.
Bro.
Oh, my bro.
Yo, hey, like that show, I was like, damn, I wish I knew about that. Like, that's what we need, man. And look, once everything open up, I'm real. I'm already applying for my passport right now. So look, once everything open up, I'm gonna try to get over there. You know what I'm saying? Get saucy out there with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, after this, I'm gonna DM you my number. Yeah, we need to because I'm always in the States because I'm originally from Houston. So.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I was born in Houston, so I'm always back and forth. So, yeah, when you're down, bro, listen.
Listen.
Take you to the Nando's, you know. I'll take you everywhere, man.
That's it.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? You haven't had the chance
on that?
You haven't had the chance to perform in the UK yet, have you?
No, I haven't. I've been it started 2020. I was like, that's on my to-do list. I'm gonna be wrestling in the UK at least by the end of 2020. Didn't go the way I planned, but I think everything happens for a reason. And the way things shook out, it's gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better 2021. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Oh, it will be sick to have you here, man. You know, I feel like the style of wrestling. Let's even talk about your style of wrestling, because I've noticed you like. I feel like that's what the times we're in now. A lot of the bigger framed guys, they don't have the typical big man style.
No,
you know, it's like
I got what I call the ugly technique. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't get in that ring. I don't try to be pretty. You know what I'm saying? The prettiness ends once I pull off that do-rag, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm in here. I fight like I fight on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that pretty. You know what I'm saying? I can't hit no backflip. You know, I can barely get up there and do a little moonsault. You know what I'm saying? But look, that's high and in between. You know, everything I do is gonna be ugly in that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get nothing pretty from it. You know, that's just how I base my style on, man. Like everything ain't gotta be the prettiest.
Yeah.
It's just got to be effective.
It makes a lot of sense. Who would you? Because even with a lot of the matches I've seen of you, they've ended in like a knockout.
Okay,
Yeah, they've ended in a knockout. I'm guessing those are like the UFWI rules those are probably
yes, UFWI rules.
Yeah. So who would you say inspired? Because I know you spoke about Misawa, Kento, but who inspired your wrestling style?
So my wrestling style is I don't want to say I ripped it off, but my wrestling style is 100% inspired by All Japan, Kings Road.
Yeah.
You know, and I know a bunch of people probably said it beforehand, but I watch it and I can identify with that style, right? I know that's a style that translates well for me. You know what I'm saying? If I tried to get out there and wrestle like a Benjamin Carter or a Lee Moriarty, you know, it wouldn't work. It works for them, that's fine, but it wouldn't work for me. So I had to go and figure out my own style. Like them, like Jumbo Saruta, Billy Robinson, Sawa, Kobashi. These are people that I watch and I take in what they're doing. And part of what I'm doing also is trying to inject myself into their style and see how I fit. You know what I'm saying? Also, I can't exclude Vader. You know, I watch a lot of Vader, watch a lot of Bam Bam, Terry Gordy, Dr. Death. I watch all those guys. You know, I just want to put in, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of my flavor into what they do.
Definitely. I feel like Kings Road is becoming more of like a lost art as people have now tried to translate into more of like a strong style. And, you know, I feel like the Three Pillars and the Kings Road isn't something many wrestlers are even, I feel like wrestlers are familiar with, but I mean, the outside looking in, not too many people are familiar with or understand. So, I mean, life is full circle. There's always going to be things that people tend to come back to. So
it always comes back around, you know what I'm saying? And like, but like, I've been noticing that a lot of other big guys, you know, stockier guys, we're also kind of talking about doing a lot more of the Kings Road, you know. And then you got guys who are Kings Road, like Thomas Shire. You know what I'm saying? He's out of St. Louis. He's gonna be at the Grand Prix this weekend, November 6th, for PPW. And he's got a pedigree. He's got a Kings Road pedigree. You know, he trained in All Japan.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's like, style is definitely going to be at the forefront because the storytelling that you can evoke in it, you know, is bar none. You know, I think that's what gravitates. I think that's what makes wrestlers gravitate to it. Like, but when we put in our own style to it, we put in our own flavor. Like AJ Gray, he also invokes, you know what I'm saying, bits of Kings Road into his style.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Chef kiss. Right there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's dope, man. Another thing I wanted to know from you as a black man, you know, like you even previously said, like black culture hasn't infiltrated into wrestling yet. How has it been for you as a black man navigating throughout the wrestling business?
So, man, there's definitely places you go and you get the vibe. Man, like, hey, we're gonna put you and Buddy in the tag team. And you look it over, bro, you're like, there's nothing that you do that complements what I do, except for the fact that we're black. Right? But on the flip of that, you have a lot of individuals who understand and see our talent, right? And they understand, like, they understand where we're coming from. You know, the one thing we have about wrestling in general is that there's a lot of people who are forced to work with each other in close proximity. So you gain empathy by working with those individuals, you know. And so like those people understand, like you get some people who like I don't want to shit on anybody like who doesn't understand it, but they really don't matter. Put it that way. If they don't get it, like, I can't help you. I care less about what you do, right? But for all individuals who do get it and they do fuck with it, we rock with them heavy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's the most important part, people actually getting it. Because I feel like a lot of people don't get it. So for people to get it and to, champion us, then, I mean, what more can we ask for? Because I know even previous interviews that I've done, I've heard from a lot of people how, it's like stepping on eggshells. They don't want to offend the wrestlers, but at the same time, they know wholeheartedly themselves they don't necessarily want to push the whole Black Lives Matter, because for them they feel
100%.
Black Lives Matter is above all lives, man. It's like a lot of people don't actually understand.
Yeah, they don't get it, right? And see, those individuals, the difference between those individuals and the individuals we rock with is that even if the individuals we rock with don't necessarily get it, they're not foolish enough to say they get it, right? They'll say, hey, listen, I don't understand it. Can you explain it to me, right? And you break it down to them. Let them see the world from your eyes, and they get it, right? The individuals that we talk about who don't get it, they pig-headed. They don't want to get it. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, you got all these Black people saying the same shit, right? And then if you go, well, this one right here says, okay, that one, but you got 100,000 saying something different.
Different, exactly.
You don't want to get it. You want to sit in your room, you want to sit in your little room of racism, you know what I'm saying, justifiable racism, and sit there and be comfortable instead of confronting the ugly truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Those people, I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can fuck out of
it.
Exactly. If they watch this, which I'll be honest with you, it's too Black men talking, so but if they see this and they don't want to book me, go fuck yourself. Simple as that.
It is what it is, man.
I don't want to be in the locker room. It is what it is. I don't want to be in the locker room where, you know what I'm saying, I got to walk on eggshells and not be comfortable with who I am. That's one thing I love about PPW, right? They let us be who we are. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? There's no walking on eggshells, or maybe, no, they understand it, they get it, they rock with us. That's it.
I think that's the most important, especially being a wrestler and having these companies you're working for. These companies have to champion their talent, and
exactly.
it's important to understand where your talent is coming from, what your talent stands for, and using your talent's platform to further the message you're trying to get out there. So, I mean, I've heard from a lot of wrestlers saying that a lot of promotions have been scared to book them or to even align themselves with them because they don't want to be perceived a certain type of way. And it's like, for them, they're just like, fuck it. I don't, if you're not with me, you're against me at this point.
Exactly. If you don't want to book me because of my stance on things, and you think me wanting equality for Black people around the world is fucked up, well, bro, I don't want to be in your locker room. So that,
Exactly.
if you think that's fucked up, well, bro, I got news for you. Hey, there's gonna be a whole bunch of us that think it's like, you go ahead, go ahead and get you one of them boys who don't mind that shit. That's fine. Look, hey, but me, I'm out.
Exactly. I know you've recently had a match. Eric Stevens, that was his last match, right?
Yes.
How was it facing him and being his last opponent ever?
And I'm speechless, man. For him to go, okay, we can go ahead and do this. I'm honored. Put it that way. I am honored, and to wrestle someone I've seen growing up. I don't want to say growing up because I was like 13 when I was watching Ring of Honor. Seeing somebody in my formative years, you know what I'm saying, and being in the same ring with them, being in that same space, you know what I'm saying, and understanding that this is their last time, inside that space. It was an honor. It's probably one of the biggest honors you get in wrestling. On top of that, man, I was just grateful. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to learn from him in that ring. Being able to work with him and understand and work and just learn his point of view on things. Because Eric Stevens was one of the most pivotal people with the UWFI and PPW. Right? He added so much to it, and he helped develop it. And so, dude, I'm not going to try to speak on the owner's behalf, but honestly, I think he's one of the guys who helped resurge UWFI shoot style wrestling for PPW. That's what I did.
That's dope. I feel like for me, I'm gutted that I never got the chance to see him live. Eric, if you ever get the chance to see this, I'm upset you didn't at least come to London for a few more matches until you retired, because I watched that whole event, and dope. Just that whole week of events that was happening. Dope.
It's insane.
And then
unfortunately, I missed the second day because man, I had like a couple edibles in me. Man, next thing I know, I was rocking and rolling. I was like, man, shit, what's going on?
Yeah, I even watched that match, and the match was hard hitting. It was.
Man, you wouldn't go down.
Yeah.
You wouldn't fucking go down. I was like, God damn, stay down.
And then to see him, bow and thank you and take off the shoes, I was like, wait, what? Come on, not now, please. At least let us enjoy you in London before you. But I mean, like you said, he's a legend, and I feel like he's someone that's been pivotal even though he retired and then came back, he's been pivotal in the last few years within the indie scene. And just to see you have his final match, it was amazing to see. It was amazing to see.
I enjoyed every minute of it. I thanked him after the match. I'm pretty sure he got sick of me saying thank you. But how many thank you did you say to somebody who ended up giving, so much of their time to this business? So again, if he's watching, thank you. I enjoyed it. There's too many words for me to say that I cannot find right now at this moment. But at the end of it, it's just thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Eric. Who do you say have been some of your favorite opponents you've had so far?
Eric Royal. So in Action Wrestling down in Georgia, me and him had a match. Man, it was so good. It was probably one of my favorite matches of this year long. Another person I love wrestling is Levi Everett, the Amish superstar. Me and Levi, we trained together in the same place.
Oh, dope.
So we've came up in the ranks at the same time. And every time me and Levi wrestle, we try to hurt each other.
As you should.
As friends, man. Like we really fuck each other up, man. And honestly, eating a man, he really fucked me up, man. He made me dig down deep and get it. I gotta say, I gotta hand one over to O'Shea Evans. I love that match. So look, man, I'm telling you, man, the German I took out of it, man. Look, I was like, where am I? How many fingers you got up?
Yeah.
I was not for a loop on that one. But yeah, man, I love that match too. Let me think here. Was another one I enjoyed. He's a cat, so I don't know if you guys are too familiar with him, but Zodiac, the hybrid monster. Yeah, okay. He's like an Indiana, Kentuckiana guy, and me and him have had less than a dozen matches, and every time I come back from learning something. You know what I'm saying? Dude's been around for about 20 years now, And every time I wrestle him, man, there's new information. You know what I'm saying? So I always love wrestling him. I get to learn something brand new.
That sounds dope. I'm gonna definitely be on the lookout for Zodiac. Sounds like I'm gonna. Oh, any of the matches on YouTube?
Yeah. So I'm not too sure about YouTube. I know at least two on IW Independent Wrestling.tv.
Oh, okay.
So I do know about 3 of them are on there. The other couple of them, they happen in like barns, bingo halls, no cameras.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Nice.
down in the hills of Tennessee. So, but yeah, I do know the latest one we had was a World Series of Doors match, and basically best of 7 doors match. And man, we just went out there and tried to wreck shop. I had another one with them at a place called WFW, World's Finest Wrestling. I believe that's on there as well. And I enjoyed those matches. I love wrestling him.
That's dope. That's dope. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for those. I'm going to check those out, and hopefully I can even chop it up with him, see what he says about you in the future.
Yeah. Hopefully, same thing.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully it's the same. Hopefully it's the same kind of word.
Yeah. No, that'll be dope, man. I want to know, how are you watching any of the current products? WWE, AEW, Impact.
Man, Impact, bro. Impact is wild.
Impact is crazy.
I've watched the Bound for Glory, and then I watched the week after, and I was just like, man, dude, they're killing it, and nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about it.
They're killing it, and nobody's talking about it. And I'm like, man, come on, like you gotta y'all gotta get your eyes open on Impact. They're killing the game right now. I'm tuning in for AEW Dark because man, recently Top Flight, Airwolf and him and his brother killing it. Yo, Will Hobbs. I was familiar with them. I ain't met him, but bro's just when you talk about star power, you look at him and you go, you know what I'm saying? It's money. So I enjoy watching AEW Dark. I haven't caught too much of Dynamite live. I try to catch replays of it every now and again. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as WWE, there's some stuff I watch. I pick and select the Roman matches. I've been watching the 2 of them he had with Jay. It was amazing. I love them.
How are you finding the Roman character?
I kind of filter out because there's so much wrestling.
Oh, there's so much.
Say that again.
How are you finding the Roman character, the Roman change?
Bro, it's amazing, yo. It's amazing. It is skill. I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's blowing me away.
He's honestly, for me, I feel like he saved the product for me. I feel like this was a long time coming.
Yeah. So, like he's getting me to watch pay-per-views, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I hop on YouTube and I see like a highlight from SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? Jey Uso's killing me, bro.
Star,
and so,
absolute star.
I see his promo, and I'm like, damn, exactly. I see his promo, I'm like, damn, I gotta watch this match now. Watching the match, I found myself on the edge of my seat, like, yo, what's about to happen? It's been a long time since like WWE product made me sit on the edge of my seat, going like, damn, this is a match.
It's crazy.
But other than that, man, I kind of tune in and out. A lot of wrestling I watch is a lot of older All Japan. Try to keep up as much as I can with a lot of the newer All Japan stuff. But man, everybody got services now that I ain't paying for. Not saying I find illegal streams to watch them, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's ways to get around it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it is what it is, man. Hoodfoot, it's been amazing chopping it up with you, man.
Same, man. Same, I love it.
We have to do this again. Just to end it, I do something called set the scene. So I'm going to set the scene for you.
All right, bet.
It's your dream venue, your main event in your dream event against your dream opponent. Who is it? And what's the event and what's the pay-per-view?
All right, so I would do WrestleMania in Chicago. I was born and raised in Chicago. So WrestleMania in Chicago. And dream opponent, man. Let me think here. I'm pretty sure people have said his name to death lately. But either, you know what? I'm going to go with Chris Hero, right? Like, it's either Chris Hero or Eddie Kingston. Those are the two choices. But, yo, I would love, bro. You talk about somebody who made me fall in love with independent wrestling. It was Chris Hero. And I was just like, this cat is killing it. So I remember watching him and I was like, yeah, that's it. But that's my dream opponent right there. WrestleMania and Chicago versus Chris Hero.
That would be, you know what, I'd pay for that here and then. Like, if I was to be told that, listen, there's at WrestleMania, we're gonna have Hoodfoot versus Chris Hero. Listen, United Airlines, give me my ticket. I'm coming.
Exactly.
I need to be there. Go and say anything. That would be. Because even earlier when you mentioned about Kings Road, like one person that stuck up in my head was Eddie Kingston. Like, he's someone that talks about it all the time. Talks about Marsalis. Like, that's his thing. So even seeing you two in the match, I think.
Yo, I would love to wrestle. I would love to wrestle Eddie Kingston. You know, I would have put him up there, but like and so many people are saying Eddie Kingston now, and like a couple of people like, oh well, you know, everybody wants to wrestle. Like, everybody should have been wrestling Eddie Kingston.
Exactly.
Like, that's what it is. Like, I've been wanting ready. I wanted to wrestle Eddie Kingston back in like 2008. You know what I'm saying? It ain't changed.
Yeah.
Like, Eddie Kingston is that dope. Everybody should be wanting to wrestle Eddie Kingston. Period. Just so you can like have one, a fire ass match. Two, you can learn. You know what I'm saying? You can learn like maybe 6-7 books worth of wrestling knowledge in one match, right? I would love to have that match.
And just the build up towards the match alone would be epic.
Yo,
we know
promos,
what you can do
baby.
on the camera on the mic behind the camera.
Promos.
Bro,
I would love to chop it up with him. I would love to chop it up with Eddie Kingston. You know?
Bro, listen, hopefully 2021 we could potentially see that happen, man.
Yeah, we do that in the UK. I know Eddie go there a lot.
Oh, he's always here, man.
hopefully
one of these companies, maybe a Progress or Riptide, we can potentially make that happen, man. That'll be
exactly, man. I would love to do that. You talk about setting the stage.
Listen, let's do it, man. My brother Hoodfoot, it's been amazing chatting with you.
Same here.
Listen, you're part of the family now, so anytime you want to come on the podcast or hit us up, listen.
I love to do this again, man. Like I said before, when I retweeted y'all video, a room full of black men talking about wrestling is something I dreamed of seeing as a kid. So I love seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay strong. Look, y'all stay strong. Keep it going. Nothing but prosperous dreams from here on out, brother.
Thank you, man.
One love,
for always supporting, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Same.
Would you like to give them your socials, where they can find you?
Yes. So check me out. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram under Hoodfoot418. On Facebook, fan page is Hoodfoot Mo Atlas. All right. Setting up my YouTube, my pro wrestling tees store is Hoodfoot Mo Atlas. Go there and pick up a shirt. I just dropped a brand new one. It's the Ugly Technique. I am going to be coming out with the limited edition Ugly Technique here in a couple of months. So be on the lookout for that, man. Other than that, just show love, show support. Hey, let's stay strong, baby.
Dope, man. This is Delboy from the WRESTHINGS podcast. By the Mandem, for the Mandem. Bow.